So I was thinking about that pretty girl. So I was thinking about it. If you wanted to become a painter here in Michigan, where would you go to get formal training? Right now, most painters training gets done on site. You get hired, you show up, you get handed some tools, and you're told to perform. Now, don't get me wrong. On-site training does have value, okay? You get to learn real-world situations, real-world conditions, and you get to see how jobs actually run. When new painters mess up, it's not because they don't care or they're just bad at their job. They're new. They haven't had formal training in a controlled environment. How do we expect them to cut a straight line without bumping into anything? How do we expect them to perform these duties without any mistakes? If you ask me, we're kind of setting them up to fail. I mean, I know when I was starting out, I made a lot of mistakes. One of my biggest mistakes that I just could not get over was every time I go to roll the wall, I'd bump the dang ceiling. So if we were in a $500,000 home and, your guy's bumping the ceiling that you're not painting, now you have to paint that ceiling for free. No fault of theirs, they're new. It's kind of the employer's fault for setting them up in that position in the first place. That's not a learning environment, that's a pressure cooker. I think today we confuse training with figure it out as you go. Now, I've been painting long enough to know that this is stressful for everyone. It's stressful for the employee, the employer, and the homeowner. We're kind of setting them up to fail before they even get a chance. So I got to thinking, what if there was a painting academy here in Michigan where people could learn how to paint, actually paint, before they step into someone's home? They could learn how to hold a brush, learn proper rolling techniques, learn masking techniques, learn how to do repairs in drywall. A controlled environment where you can learn, where mistakes are expected, and you don't have a homeowner over your shoulder watching every move you make. It helps employers hire people who actually understand the basics of painting, and it helps homeowners get better results. Ultimately, it benefits the entire trade. So we're genuinely curious. What do you think? If something like that existed here in Michigan, would you take part in that? If you own a painting business, would you prefer to hire somebody who went through some training like that? And if you're new to painting, what do you wish you were taught before your first job? I'm genuinely curious. Now, I'm not saying that we have all the answers, because we don't. But we have noticed a gap in the industry, and I do think it's worth talking about. So I'm genuinely curious on what your